You just signed to Duke recently, signing day just passed. Like you said, a lot of your teammates signed. Your recruiting process wasn't always on the up and up. Talk to me about your recruiting process and how that went.
So, kind of relating back to again, I don't want to blame anything, but COVID for sure. People always say COVID kind of messed up our class a little bit, and especially the previous class. And it affected my process just a little bit, but I knew I had a goal of that state championship getting there. So I always kept God's plan in my mind. So it really never came to me that recruiting or like any type of like the future level was going to be an issue for me. I kind of just kept my head down, grinding, getting better, perfecting my craft, and kind of put all my focus and my mind to the season.
Definitely. I remember when I first started coming around, I didn't really know who you were, but I remember seeing you X last year. I seen you having big games and stuff, and I was just like, who is this guy? I didn't know if you had anything going on recruiting, but I was trying to figure out why you didn't. So I personally felt like you were overlooked. Talk to me about when you kind of got your just due, when all your hard work started to pay off, and when you started to get on the scene.
So I believe my first offer was right after my junior season was for FAU, and then it kind of built through. We got like I got a few more like Colorado State, kind of like that Mountain West Conference. I got a few American Conference offers. I got some Ivy Leagues because of the Berkeley like name, and then I got a few Patriot Leagues, but it never really got past really that American Conference to that Power Five level until after this past season, I received K State, which was a crazy moment for me. And then after that, it kind of just shot off from there. My phone was getting blown up, and I ended up taking all four visits to Air Force, Temple, Duke, and Kansas State, and those ended up being the schools I focused on, and it kind of went up from there.
For sure. What were some of the things? Obviously, you committed to Duke. What were those visits like? The ones that you went on, and what were some of the things that made Duke stand out to you?
So Duke was my last visit actually. I went to Air Force first, and then Temple, and then Kansas State. Um, they were all pretty. I would say it really came down to K State and Duke. Temple had I mean, no shame on them. They had a great coaching staff. They had a great program, and I know that head coach is going to do well. But something that Duke stood out for me was, I mean, when I got to Duke, I just felt really at home. I camped there actually 2 years ago, my sophomore year, and I just loved it. And me and Coach Ty were talking. He was like, "If I told you at Duke at the end of this process, you would be pretty happy with yourself." And I was like, "Yeah, you're right. I'd be pretty satisfied." Because I mean, not only the education, but like Duke itself is just a great place. It's a great area. I feel like that football team is definitely going to shoot up. I know they've had some off years, but we got a new head coach, Coach Elko. He's a great guy, integrating the football team in the Durham community and really trying to make a name for us, so we can get more people to the game and get some more support. And I feel like that culture that they have is just going to skyrocket these next few years that I'm there.
Definitely. I think obviously that's one of the highest levels you could possibly be at ACC. You playing against Clemson, Florida State, Syracuse, all those kind of schools. I just saw, I think it was because you retweeted it, but I saw your coach at one of the basketball games talking to the crowd, talking about getting the guys out or getting people out to your game. So I definitely think just a new coach, maybe new energy, a different kind of vibe, that might be something that might be what you guys need to just take it to the next level. Obviously, people know
Sure.
Duke for basketball, but I think it's an ACC school, has all the resources, probably a good amount more in a lot of cases. I know Duke basketball, like when they post their Duke Blue Pennant videos and I see their facilities and stuff like that, I know it's
Yeah,
crazy. So I know football is somewhere near there. So
for
I hope
sure.
that I hope you are able to be a part of taking that to the next level for sure.